Caillou and Matt, back again for the finals of the Custom Magic server's Kuutalya game night. We have Agentbla, who we saw earlier, who's on Naya Creaturefall, which is a pretty aggressive deck that uses these Kemble protectors to just overrun whatever the opponent's got on board. Meanwhile, Pujok seems like they're on Teamer with this Samaka's charm. Um, but they also have a planes. So what is going on here?
Agent also has swamps now for some reason, which
What? What? Oh yeah, what? Y'all,
I
this
guess
is a three-color format.
maybe they were always there. Yeah.
Wait, it's all
Maybe.
swamps? Always has been.
Yeah. Pujok also has this 100 chant Elder in his hand, which implies that he has some amount of mantras in his deck,
hmm Oh,
which
mantra is
like
the five-color sorcery
yeah,
shrines, right?
yeah. So they all do an effect based on the number of mantras in your graveyard. So for every one you played that game, basically,
hmm
they
Oh yeah, and it
work
has all these, and
good.
these Sojourner Pilgrims also contribute to that, getting to
Yeah, because
reuse
they
them.
can pick one up. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if he. I mean, the red one is damage, so that would be my guess is to be the obvious one to get
hmm
with this. But since it fixes, he could in theory get any of them.
So, Mantra of the Depths, what do you do? Draw
Which
X
is
plus one cards, or X is the number of. Okay, so it
so you
starts
pay
off as
four
it's
mana to draw one, and then
which is pretty
you
awful, but it scales pretty well.
yeah played another one, you draw
Yeah,
two. I mean, it's
Agent
good if you
just
have
has not had the
two.
aggressive curve that they've shown in previous games.
No,
Not gonna
just
have a play till turn four,
all drops and lands. Yeah, not necessarily where you want to be.
but does have the life gain land. So this first attack with Pujox isn't actually gonna do anything. Just gonna put them back to their starting life total.
Yeah, Construct's holding up the charm by the looks of it to counter this turn four creature.
And that's so bad. If Agent
It's
tries to
gonna
run
be
out the Kemble Protector, like is I feel like that's just GG.
yeah,
Like so much gas for Pujok.
because you can play out the practitioner here, but I think given that you have the charm and the mantra,
hmm
and so yeah, I imagine we'll just see this get countered now. No, we're gonna draw.
No, I
Okay,
think just
yeah,
tapped everything accidentally. So yeah, Samaka's
yeah,
charm is just gonna. And like Pujok can't see Agent's hand right now, but if he could, would be laughing. Like yes,
yeah.
have only one playable non-land.
And unless there's more creatureful coming, it can trade with the 2/2 on board here, so it's not
hmm
particularly threatening.
Oh hey, it's a shock land, except it isn't typed. That is actually. Oh, I was gonna say that's surprisingly relevant here because um, it could just play that and then run out the Sojourner, but it looks like it's just going to run out the Sojourner without
Yeah,
using the Misty Peak.
don't take the two damage. Makes
hmm
sense. Get back the charm. That's pretty strong.
hmm
You threaten to counter another creature.
And wow,
Oh,
Agent just going to. That's not
basically
how you
just
want to see that game
drew
go.
so many
Drew
lands.
like so
Yeah,
many lands. But I think you could get away with
it's
like playing the Protector, trading with something, or not even trading, maybe just
yeah.
waiting to see if you top deck another creature and then just
I
trying to
don't think you
like.
need to concede there, but I can understand that knowing because you know that he just picked up another counter spell, and then
Oh,
you can resolve your one creature, but it trades to whatever's on board, and then if he just holds up the counter spell for the rest of the game,
yeah, not
there's not really a
ideal.
lot to
So
do. Yeah, so hopefully game two will be a bit more balanced.
interactive. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember like that last set, Agent Blah looked like they couldn't be stopped, and then Pujok is like, hold my mantra, hold my mantra.
yeah. I'm interested to know what the swamps are for.
hmm
I mean, I would imagine it's maybe a Mardu card, but because Mardu is one of the
But like,
supporting
why did Agent like yeah
lands.
did Agent have the swamps earlier? Because it felt like their
But
deck was pretty lean going into game. Like
yeah,
from what Red Panda said, it sounded like their deck was pretty lean going into match one as well. So I'd wonder what would make them consider doing a heel shift like that in the
mm,
last set of the tournament after being up 2-0 in sets.
it would presumably. Maybe he's decided them all out now, looking at this hand, but
Maybe. Okay,
doesn't
so
necessarily
Kemble
mean
Protector,
much.
Peerless Monk, that's pretty decent. I would keep this. You've got
Yeah, I
turn
agree.
two Kemble Protect or turn two Peerless Monk, you get to fetch up your pressure point.
Yep.
Then and then Kemble Protector is just probably the best card in Agent's deck. Well,
Yes,
Pujok,
or
we're
close.
seeing
It's the
three
full
mantras in hand. I think it
no,
is. I think it
yeah,
is just the full.
because
Oh man.
he just mulliganed, but the hand he mulliganed away had two of Atra's Chant Keeper, which costs less for each mantra in your graveyard. So it looks
Oh
like he
my god.
went full. I love drafting this deck; it's so fun.
And the follow the herd is actually super great here on one because then you just fetch up a black land.
mm.
And,
That is
and top
quite.
decks the island, so it doesn't even need to fetch up something for the mantra of the depths. Yeah, this is
It is
just.
quite slow, is the one concern, because typically the first mantra that you play, if it's not the red one, which is a deal two that then scales by +1 for each one in your graveyard, it doesn't normally do much. Like it's inefficient to play.
Hmm.
So either this blue or black one is gonna
It's gonna
basically just
feel
be a one
bad.
for one. But yeah, it costs a lot of mana unless Pujok can mill another one somehow.
Hmm. Yeah, and like agent's just gonna get on board. Is the
Yeah,
real truth
this
of it.
3/1 can get in for. I mean, with the pressure point too, it can probably get in for at least 6, 8 damage, 9 damage
Especially
before.
with Pujok just not having any creatures.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
let's see, what is this top deck champion of the many? Okay, yeah.
It's
You just
the
run that out next turn and it's like whatever, dog.
yeah, it's
Sure.
like the sort of
I
guild mage
I just be
cycle.
vibing. I just be curving out here.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite hard
Okay,
to
Sojourner
stop.
Pilgrim, that's a creature. It is also not going to come
Costs
down.
more than every other card, and
Hmm.
yeah, because I think really you want the red one there because you can then deal two to this monk,
Oh
which at a
lord,
minimum,
Overseer of Forms. This is like the opposite of the previous game.
yeah, side out all the swamps and side
Yeah,
in.
maybe like Agent just is like, like start of match three, sides in 10 swamps. Why am I drawing so many lands?
Yeah, there was a 2 mana counter spell that we saw in the last match, so I guess he's just checking for that. But
Hmm.
obviously we know that it's not there in hand. But the problem is that next turn is just going to be a 3 mana discard one, right? Which Agent just discards a land because he doesn't need
Yeah.
to play anything that costs more than 4. Yeah, that draw doesn't
No.
change much. I
Oh,
wonder if
doesn't
Pujok
play
has
didn't play
the
the Mantra of
red.
Night. I don't know. Like that's your only play, so why not play the Mantra of Night? I guess it's trying to fake a
Yeah,
Samaka's charm, but like that doesn't actually
yes.
help you at all.
I mean, I guess it maybe makes Agent question whether he just jams this Protector, but like, I like doing it just because it doesn't, otherwise he's just wasting his turn, so.
Yeah, okay. So just jams a protector. I think this game two feels very over.
Yeah, I think
How
so.
wait, how much damage does it drops the overseer, Kemble swings for 6, and then yeah, so it's
Three.
11. Actually it'll be
Can
one off.
activate the. Well, he can activate the champion, right? So he can attack for. He can play a land. Oh wait, no, because he can't play both. He can't activate
Yeah,
either of
so
those.
if agent
Yeah.
top decks another creature though, it is lethal.
So if he
Um
activates the champion, it becomes a 5/5, which would be exactly lethal, I believe. I
um
mean, not anymore now because the chant elder can be deployed, but
mm,
it would be 4/3/2, which is 9 plus an extra 3, which would be 12. If you just went land, activate champion, give it +3/+3.
mm-hmm. Is it really? Wow, that is a strong card. Of course, you do risk getting blown out, but
Yeah,
still
and 5 drops.
having that mana sink on a bear, or I guess a cat, pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
That's the,
100
that's
Chant
the thing.
Elder gonna come down. Probably just gonna find the red one, like we
I
mentioned.
really feel like, yeah, if there's a red one in the deck, yeah, there we go. Mantra of
Hmm.
Fire, which is the deal too, and then it's a shame he can't also cast it this turn
Hmm.
because I feel like it's just going to be too slow. So you
Hmm.
can go Overseer plus pressure point, tap down the blocker, attack for
Hmm.
11, and then yeah, I don't think there's a lot that can be drawn after that to do much.
Yeah, so Pujok. No, no. Oh yeah, Pujok is gonna go down to a fun one.
Yeah, which given that there's then 2 trampling creatures in play.
Yeah, like, man.
It's got a 6 mana fight spell in hand if
Oh
some
yeah, God. Agent Blood just keeps hitting. Yeah, and Pujok's just gonna
Yeah,
concede there. Just has
a very
nothing.
good curve that game. I
Hmm.
wonder if Pujok has Atra in his deck, which is the 5 color legendary that casts a mantra when it attacks or enters the battlefield. Because that's typically the card that pushes you into those. I mean, there's uncommons that can do it too, like the Chant Elder.
Hmm.
But
Man, that has been 2 games in 10 minutes. If we're not
yeah,
careful, this set could be like over in less time than most games in this format, I think, take.
yeah, it definitely could. I mean, Pujok had an awkward hand the last game, which hopefully he'll have a slightly better one this one. Oh, he's got Tigal. That's
Ooh, yeah, Tigal, who we first saw in CC18, was a custom standard All Star, the previous version, because it was two blue
very
blue
strong card.
flashback, for like a flash 2/2 that flashback for free any 2 mana or less CMC instant or sorcery, which was pretty big game. It also had prowess, so.
Yeah, flashback. Bounty of the Gardens. That was
Mm.
a fun deck.
So Tigal slaps, but also it does feel sad that if you want to cast a mantra, it ends up getting exiled, so you lose
Mm,
out on mantra value over time.
indeed, yeah. I guess you can trigger it on your other non-mantra spells, which it looks like there's a few of here.
Hmm. It seems like a
So I
little
guess
bit of
this
a
one's
risky keep from Agent. Has 2 lands, goes Patar's Light Chaser turn 2, but then has no other plays.
yeah. I mean, pressure point can cycle, I guess, but it's not
It's
great for
not the
you.
best. Oh,
Draw
Blossoming
land,
Sands
but
is
then
fine, but it doesn't enable a turn 3 Avalanche's advance.
yeah. Though I don't think there's going to be any threatening creatures on the board at that point that you need to kill. I mean, Tigal. I don't know if Tigal is going to threaten to do too much currently with what's in hand. Like, you don't even necessarily want to exile this spell because it's a totem. It's not like an exciting totem, but it can block, which is probably relevant when you know Agent's on like an aggressive Naya deck. It can
Hmm.
just soak up damage or block a 2/2.
Okay, so I think 100 Chant Elder is probably just going to come down, tutor up the removal
Mm,
spell, and
yep,
Pujok's just in a good spot there.
I agree. And then it powers up your black and blue mantras for
Because
the
then
next
now
one.
you can actually cast the black one. Though I think we
Yeah.
probably next turn you just play Tagal, like force, like if they have removal,
Yeah, just
whatever. If they don't have removal, you're extending your board while also threatening explosive plays.
yep.
Okay, Patar's gonna swing in. I think you just
Another
take it.
protector. Yeah, I think so.
But yeah,
Um,
double Kemble Protector is terrifying as soon as Agent hits a fourth land. But
yep.
Agent could have like game 1 syndrome, where it was
I mean,
like,
imagine you just cycle this pressure point, right? Because you
hmm
need to hit that fourth land, and
you,
it
you you
gives
just
you
use it as a fog this turn.
yeah, exactly. Tap the Elder down.
Or you can just wait. It depends on if Pujok plays the Tigal main one. I think you tap down. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna see it before combat.
hmm but
Pressure
yeah. Then
point.
then Tigal just comes down and is able to
Yeah, can
nicely deal
block
with it,
Light Chaser.
and still doesn't hit that fourth land. Gets one thing closer to it though, and Champion of the Many is a card that can actually be played right here.
Yes.
Also, I realized that I've had my card image very large for a while just because I wanted to show off that Keen-Eyed Dive. So my mistake.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I need to when I finalize the version. I'm gonna manually fix all those, but it takes a long time, so I don't
That's
want to
all.
obviously have.
Looks like swinging in with the Batars. Doesn't have a combat. Oh no, it has the
I guess
Avalanche's
yeah,
advance.
you're threatening to
Never
Avalanches,
mind.
aren't you?
The
But
Okay, so Champion of the
didn't
Many.
didn't want to just play a protector there, which is interesting.
Yeah, I'm very 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 surprised by the lack of the Kemble Protector. Or no, wait, no, I'm not, because no,
Well, it just. Oh well, I guess you know
you
the two
know that
damage
Pujok
things in
has the
hand, right?
Mantra of Fire,
Yeah.
duh.
So
So why would you do that? So wants to be able to get it. So then why would you play the Champion of the Many? Actually, then I think playing Champion of the Many is a mistake there, because you
so do you
want.
just do nothing? Hold up the
hold
avalanches
up the
passed.
advance. Yeah,
Yeah, I can
because
see
because
that.
because Mantra is a sorcery, so if you get two more lands, you can Kemble plus champion in a turn, and then
Correct.
it's out of Mantra of Fire range.
The issue is though that given that this line doesn't threaten, like you don't need to use the Mantra of Fire with this line, which allows Pujok to just start generating Tagal value by playing a more expensive Mantra, flashing back this Keen-Eye Dive, drawing another card, like
Mm-hmm.
powering up the other mantras in hand for later. So it's going to be quite dangerous to, like, if you just, I mean, I guess eventually the takedown strike can kill the Tagal, but I don't know if it's going to be too late at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
And I mean,
going to
this
be
is all.
more
I guess this is all
lands.
contingent on Agent drawing two more lands at some point,
Yes.
which is not a foregone conclusion by any
I
means.
mean, these protectors do buy some amount of time because they have to, something has to happen to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
either
ooh,
that or they
ran
can
out the
explode.
Mantra on the champion aggressive. Is probably gonna
Yeah.
is probably gonna attack and then. Is this any target? You can yeah. I think that if you wanted to stay mana efficient, you would play Mantra of Night, make Agent discard two, and then you can flashback the Mantra of Fire to kill the Pathar's Light Chaser.
That, yeah, that seems quite strong.
Mm. No, okay, it's just gonna go to end. Um,
I think I like just make, you know, yeah, the line you said, make them discard two, kill the other creature.
mm-hmm. So he's gonna swing in for two with the Pathar's, and he's gonna play the Guru of Tumbling Stones. Still not running out the Kemble because of Tagal.
Which is, I guess, makes sense because you know there's a Mantra of Fire now loaded up. Um,
Mm.
so any spell.
Hey, Samaka's Charm.
Yeah, these charms are all so good.
And
Maybe
yeah,
if
and
I,
having the charm now just this is actually hilarious because you just hold up the charm with Tagal, because okay, sure, I'm gonna counter your creature. I'm gonna counter your Kemble Protector and then also flashback my Mantra of Fire and kill
yeah,
your
launch it
Pathars.
the light
And then
chaser, yeah,
and if you don't if you don't do that, then I'll just I'll block your thing and then combat trick with Samaka's charm, and then what are you gonna do other than feel
yep,
sad?
definitely, yeah. It seems like it's not technically a lock, but it's like as close to one as you can get without actually being one.
Oh God, yeah, because then you can flashback because you can flash it back with Mantra of the Depths.
Exactly,
Ooh.
counter the next spell, yeah. I mean, Tagal's mythic for a reason, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's also just the Mantra deck naturally having that curve makes him such a good fit for it.
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely the spot that you want to see him in because you have so many spells naturally because you have so many mantras.
Okay, Campbell Protector coming down main too. Yeah, it's Samaka Charm.
So
Samaka.
just charm and then mantra of fire, right? I
Yeah.
imagine is what we're gonna see here.
Yep. Here comes the Samakas.
Which does make the other two mantras in hand slightly worse, but I think you're fine.
Oh, isn't gonna do it. It looks like isn't gonna flash back. Interesting. I guess it's planning to I could see that because you're planning to untap and play a Mantra of Night or Mantra of
Yeah,
Depths
you're probably
anyways.
right.
How much mana? Oh, another
Seems good, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah. So why not? Yeah, you just play the Mantra of Night. You can flashback the Mantra of Fire if you want, or just wait, and then you can hold up Samaka's Charm as well. And it's just like, well, okay.
Yeah, each one costs 3, right?
If you
So,
wanted to be
yeah,
aggressive, you could probably flashback the flash it back now so that you can swing in with the 100 Chant Elder.
I don't
Is
think
this
you need
is
to
this
do
going?
that.
I think at least you want to play the Mantra of Night. I don't know.
I would agree, yes.
Because
But I don't
you don't
think
have the
need to
mana to hold up Samaka's Charm plus Mantra,
push
so
damage. Yeah, it's kind of awkward because really you want to play Mantra of Night now, and then so it sets up next turn for you to draw 3 cards if Agent still doesn't do anything relevant. But
mm-hmm.
we could see Smacker's Charm combat trick mode used now, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to get horribly blown out. Sadly.
Oh no.
Because if that'd gone the other way, then the Tagal would have died, right? But unfortunately, since attacker has to act first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just and Oh god, and giving the hexproof on top of it, yeah,
Yeah.
didn't even need
Annoying.
it with the, or I guess did need it with the +3/+3, but yeah, that was just ugh.
And now these takedown strikes are probably going to have to get discarded. Because I can't imagine you can't hold on to this Mantra of Night forever, right? If you play Mantra of the Depths and then Mantra of Night, you can make them discard their whole hand now.
Sojourner Pilgrim.
I mean, I guess I don't hate
I
that.
mean,
You
you're
could,
extending your board presence, and I guess you. Oh yeah, and then I
yeah,
guess you get back.
kill
Yeah,
off
you get
the.
back Mantra of Fire.
Yeah.
Oh lord. And that
Without
was
doing
five
more
color
work.
mantras took it. Y'all real? Oh my
I
god.
drafted it before and it hadn't played a couple games with it. Yeah, it's felt. I mean, I had Atra in my version, so you know that's if you have the 5 color rare for the archetype and mana that can support it, you kind of expect it to be good, I think. But
Yeah, I think it's just like it definitely feels like that proud feeling of like the shrines came together type of thing.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was super cool to see. I think that both of these players had good runs, both in terms of their plays and it seems like the decks they drafted. So
Yeah, I
other than
agree.
that, game one, which is a little bit disappointing for Agentbla, overall,
Yeah.
this is super cool, and hopefully this. I think Kuutalya has already had a wave of hype for it. Hopefully this only crescendos that. Um,
Mhm.
Excited to see where it goes, both in terms because now I think it's entering final stages for flavor and then
Largely,
constructed
yeah.
implications. So, anyways, if you're someone
Indeed.
who's watching this right now or on YouTube later, join the Custom Magic server. I will have a link in the description and check out the Kuutalya channel. Um, and we have, or for the Custom Magic server in general, we have drafts of custom sets every
Mhm.
Saturday. So check out the Game Night channel for that. But otherwise, unless you have any closing remarks, Matt, I think we can wrap it up here.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Sounds good to me.
Okay, until next time, this is Caillou signing off.